Hello. I just forgot. I just filmed this and then I forgot that I was filming this for YouTube and you're supposed to have it that way around and not this way up. So, anyway, today I'm here to talk to you about my first ever pathworking with the Page of Wands. So, the Page of Wands is the first tarot card that I have ever pathworked with, and it was an experience, and I'm going to film my experience mostly for myself, so for a record, so I can look back and see what I have done in my tarot studies, and also I just thought it'd be interesting. I don't think I've seen this anywhere on YouTube or the internet where somebody's filmed their or spoke about their first experience of path working. So how I prepared for it, I spent the whole day researching the Page of Wands intensely. I have read many books about him, I've looked online all about him, I've journaled all about him, I've done a lot of journaling, and then I took 3 drops of CBT. I haven't seen anywhere that you should take CBT before you do pathworking, but I thought I have it, so fuck it, why not? Let's just take it. Like, it can only help, can't it? And then I lit all my candles. I got my clear quartz skull, which I used with my ancestors. I made sacred space. I lit some candles for my ancestors, for my guides. I lit my Santa Muerte candle. I also got my blue Celestine or Celestite or whatever the hell that crystal's called. I put that with me, and then I got all my page cards out, and especially I propped this one, and this one up because these are the main 3 decks that I work with. Or actually, I work with these 2 decks mainly, and I use the Rider-Waite-Smith to study. So yeah, anyway, let me talk to you. I'll just talk very fast about it. So I closed my eyes, I laid down, had meditation music in my ear. I then, in my mind, I looked up to my third eye and I said, I'm going to activate my third eye. I actively said it. I was like, hey third eye, I need you, buddy. So activated third eye, and then done about 10-15 minutes of meditation, and then I began the pathworking. I felt very nervous before doing this, and I don't know why, because it's just me in my bedroom by myself doing this. Nobody told me to do it, nobody put a gun to my head and said fucking do the pathworking now. It's my choice, but I felt really nervous to do it. So anyway, I laid down, and then I imagined myself shrinking and getting inside the card. When I got inside the card, I was still tiny, and I looked and I saw the Page of Wands boots, which were on fire. Like, his boots were on fire here, and I saw like his boots and stuff were all like really intricately made. And I looked up at his wand, and his wand was like massive. It was like growing the leaves, and I was like, wow. And then I like unshrunk myself to get to his level, and I was just like, hi, introduced myself, and he was like, oh hey, you're right. And I was like, oh, can I hold your staff? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was just like holding it. I was like, this is fucking awesome staff. And he was like, yeah, it's pretty awesome staff. And and then like he duplicated it, so we both had one, and then we're like whacking each other with it, we're like beating it, like play fighting with it, beating each other up a bit. And then that was like, the feeling that I got from that was like immense fun. I was like, woohoo. And then he was like, oh come on, let's go, I'll show you my castle. And we teleported to his castle, and outside it there was like a market, and people were selling like fine silks, and his scarf here was like a saffron yellow colour, and it was like a vibrant saffron yellow. It was so beautiful. And his castle looked like, Petra, Jordan, I think it is Petra. It's one of the 7, if I'm not if I'm correct, it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. So like maybe researched that. That's how I imagined his castle being. And he was like, oh, come inside. He was like the prince of the castle. The king and queen were his mum and dad. And he was like, come and let's go and sit on their thrones. And their thrones were made of like beautiful, glorious, polished wood. And there was like salamanders all over the ceiling, all over the walls, just salamanders everywhere, like the lizards. And then we went through all the castle. He showed me the swimming pool. We went through a magic alchemical room where all like potions were like dropping in bottles, and there was plants everywhere. And then we went to this big room and we danced for ages and we were having so much fun. And then he was like, come on, come with me. And we went to see this massive, ginormous, huge salamander, and we got on its back and he was like, let's go. So we flew, and while we were flying to our destination, he showed me, he's like, all this land, you see all this land, and like it's all like old dusty buildings and like very like desert landscape. And he was like, yeah, you see this, I want to build it all new and fresh when I'm in charge. And then he like showed me a vision of like Las Vegas with like tall tower buildings and just like looking like lights and brights everywhere. And then he showed me the Two of Wands card and he said, you know, I want to build this is what I want. And he was showing me his vision. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then with the salamander dropped us off into the sand dunes over here, and we like sat on the sand dunes for a while. And then I said, oh, you know, what are you like, who are you like? And he was like, I'm just like you. And what he meant by that is like he's very like entrepreneurial, he's very like, oh, he's got a new idea, he's very excited. He was just such an excitable person. And then we rolled down the dunes, and I came to my doorway, and I got in my doorway, and then I came back to myself. So yeah, the main feelings that I got about him was that he was just like really eager to take charge, and he was eager to, with all these big plans that he had, and he just showed me so much fun. Like he just wanted to do everything, just had to be fun and playful and exciting. And it was a really good first tarot card to go to, because it was just a really fun experience and not anything like I imagined it would be. And it's just like my mind took over. It's like my mind made all the things happening. I only had to actively prompt myself to make the vision go anywhere, when I had to grow myself and maybe like one or two other things. But other than that, it was like complete imagination like running away with me. Anyway, that's what I experienced. I don't imagine that everybody else would experience the same kind of thing, but yeah, that's my experience.